Welcome to GW Micro's Guess What series, an introductory look at the highly anticipated release of Windows 7.5 Beta 1. Windows 7.5 Beta 1 boasts many new features. The first of these features that you will immediately notice with Windows 7.5 Beta 1 is the completely redesigned user interface. One of our goals at GW Micro is to make our customers more efficient in their everyday use of Windows. In addition, significant customer feedback revealed that it was time to upgrade our user interface. So, with the goal of efficiency and the feedback we received, we put a lot of effort into making the new and improved user interface. As an example of how we made it easier to use Windows, let's look at the screen menu. In Windows 7.2, you used to have to press Control/, then Alt-S to open the screen menu. Once there, if you wanted to change the rate, you would have to press Enter on the rate, and use the arrow keys to increase or decrease the rate, and then press Enter again. After that, you'd have to go into the File menu and save the set file. While it was a good solution if you did not know the hotkeys, it was a lot of steps. Let's investigate how it would work with the new user interface. If you didn't already have Windows active, you would first press Control/. In my case, I already have Windows active, so I'm going to press S for Screen.
S. Screen closed 1 of 7.
Then, right arrow to open the Screen node,
Screen expanded 1 of 7 2 items.
and down arrow to Voice.
Voice 1 of 2 depth 2.
Tab to the Rate Edit box.
Make the keyboard and mouse voices match the rate for the up-down edit box.
And use the arrow keys to adjust the rate up or down. So I'll start pressing down arrow.
39, 38, 37, 36, 35.
Here getting slower, I'll press the up arrow.
36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Once you have the rate you want, we'll just press Control S.
S. Settings saved.
And you heard Windows say, Settings saved. Your settings are saved, and you can continue doing your work on your computer. Reducing steps to make changes to Windows allows you to focus on doing your work instead of focusing on using your screen reader. Besides pressing Tab, you can also press F6 to toggle between the right pane and the left pane. Let's press F6 to put us back on the tree view for now.
Settings E-Voice 1 of 2 tree view depth 2.
The amount of steps were greatly decreased, and it is much easier to save settings. In the old interface, if you wanted to make multiple changes, you would need to go back into the screen menu multiple times to make changes, but this is no longer the case with the new user interface. For sighted trainers, they can now visually see all settings for each selected node in the right-hand pane, making it easier for sighted trainers to learn the user interface, which in turn makes it easier for their blind clients to learn the new user interface. In this instance, the user interface was in beginner mode. The UI no longer has an intermediate mode, since most customers were either in the advanced menu or beginner menu. So, we made it even easier to change between modes. Under the Help menu, you can select Show Advanced Options by simply doing the following. First, press Alt-H to open the Help menu.
H. Documentation D pull down.
Next, we'll down arrow until we get to Show Advanced Options.
Remote assistance, speech and braille recover, tip of the day period, error reporting period, show advanced options V.
And press Enter.
Menu closed. Voice 1 of 5 depth 2.
The Advanced mode doesn't add functionality to Windows, but there are more options displayed in the UI, just as in version 7.2. Much of the feedback we received let us know that customers were having a difficult time making changes that were program-specific or global. In the beginner mode, we hide these options from the user to avoid confusion. To eliminate any confusion when these options do show up in the advanced mode, and to enhance all of the Windows settings, there was a lot of effort put into making every option have the ability to be program-specific or global. Let's go back to the screen rate as an example. To do this, we are already in Windows in the left-hand pane and on Voice, so we will press Tab to get back to the Rate Edit box.
Make the keyboard and mouse voices match the screen voice checkbox checked.
You will first note a checkbox that I skipped over before. This checkbox is here that will make the other two voices match this voice. So I'll tab again.
Rate-global toggle scope button.
And you'll hear rate-global toggle scope button. This allows us to change the rate either specifically to the program we are in, or make it global simply by pressing space or enter on this button. If you press enter,
Rate-program toggle scope.
You hear rate-program. This is true for every option in the new user interface. If you tab to pitch, you'll have the same button.
Rate-program 72 up-down edit dot. Pitch-global toggle scope button.
If you tab to tone, you'll have the same button.
Pitch-global 3 up-down edit dot. Tone-global toggle scope button.
These buttons are independent of each other and allow you to change each setting independently. No more messing with voice and verbosity global and local options. And it doesn't stop there. We've been getting constant requests to have the ability to make hotkeys both local and global. You could always make hotkeys global before by using the text to set and set to text utilities. But with the new UI, there is no need for these special utilities anymore. Let's check out how we can make a hotkey global or local. First, we'll press F6 to go back to the tree view.
Settings eVoice 1 of 5 tree view depth 2.
Then, press H to get to hotkeys.
H. Hotkeys closed 4 of 13 depth 1.
Press the right arrow to open the node.
Hotkeys expanded 4 of 13 6 items.
And we'll press the down arrow until we get to browse mode.
Browse mode 1 of 6 depth 2.
Suppose you wanted to change a browse mode hotkey. We'll press tab to get to link next.
Browse mode hotkeys colon. Link next key L scope dash global list view 1 of 56.
You will hear that this is for link next. The hotkey is L and the scope is global. If you want to make this hotkey specific to my current program, we'll press tab.
Link next dash global toggle scope button.
And we hear link next global toggle scope button. We'll press space or enter on this button.
Space. Browse mode hotkeys colon. Link next key undefined scope dash program list view 1 of 56.
And you will be placed back on the link next hotkey. And this time you will hear that the hotkey is specific to the program. However, all other hotkeys are still global unless you tell them otherwise. For example, if you press the down arrow, link prior is still set to global. Let's listen.
Link prior key shift dash L scope dash global 2 of 56.
The flexibility added by the new UI makes the possibilities almost endless. WindowEyes 7.5 Beta 1 also gives you the ability to preview both your synthesizer and braille display. We'll press F6 to put us back in the tree view.
Settings E browse mode 1 of 6 tree view depth 2.
Then we'll press D until we get to devices.
D. Dictionaries closed 9 of 13 depth 1. D. Devices closed 12 of 13.
Once at devices, press the right arrow to open the node.
Devices expanded 12 of 13 2 items.
And then we'll down arrow to braille displays.
Synthesizers 1 of 2 depth 2. Braille displays 2 of 2.
Press tab to get to the list of displays.
Displays colon. None list view 1 of 62.
And let's suppose that we wanted to select the very first display in the list, which is the Alva 240. We'll press the down arrow.
Alva 242 of 62.
If you wanted to select this braille display, press enter.
Revert R button. Dialog braille settings. Do you want to keep these settings? Question. The new settings will be reverted in 15 seconds unless the keep changes button is pressed period. Keep changes K button default revert R button.
So there you hear WindowEyes 7.5 Beta 1 prompt you to either keep those settings or revert.
Braille settings reverted. Displays colon. None list view 1 of 62 dialog window dash eyes left parent active colon. Explorer.set comma associated colon. Explorer.set right parent.
You heard the beeps increase until we reached 15 seconds. If you do not select to keep these settings within 15 seconds, WindowEyes will revert to the previous settings, just as we saw here with our braille display. This will keep you from losing braille. The same is true of a synthesizer. Let's press F6 to go back to the tree view.
Settings E braille displays 2 of 2 tree view depth 2.
And then up arrow to synthesizers.
Synthesizers 1 of 2.
Now we'll press tab and that will put us into the list of synthesizers.
Synthesizers colon. Eloquence list view 11 of 21.
Suppose we wanted to select the Echo synthesizer. We'll press the up arrow to get to Echo PC or GP, and then we'll press Enter.
Echo PC or GP 10 of 21.
So now we're on Echo PC or GP. We'll press Enter. You'll note that you do not hear anything except for the beeps, assuming you do not have that synthesizer. However, the same dialog came up that came up for the Braille display. You'll hear tones, and after 15 seconds, window-wise will revert to your last synthesizer.
Synthesizer settings reverted. Synthesizers : Eloquence list view 11 of 21 dialog window - eyes left parent active : Explorer.set, associated : Explorer.set right parent.
Again, the power of window-wise 7.5 Beta 1 is shining through. While there are still many options we have not covered in the new UI, one of the best tools to help you as you begin to learn the new user interface is Function Key 1. If you are anywhere in the right pane, press F1 and you will hear about the option you are on. If you want to know about a verbosity option, for example, window-wise can easily tell you about it. Let's first press F6 to put us back into the tree view.
Settings: synthesizers 1 of 2 tree view depth 2.
Then press V until you get to verbosity.
V. Voice 1 of 5. V. Verbosity closed date of 13 depth 1.
Press right arrow to open the node.
Verbosity expanded 8 of 13 3 items.
Then down arrow to common.
Common closed 1 of 3 depth 2.
And we'll open common with the right arrow.
Common expanded 1 of 3 6 items.
We're going to down arrow to activated.
Activated 1 of 6 depth 3.
And press tab until we get to the first radio button.
Speak the word activated global toggle scope button. Speak the word activated global no radio button check 2 of 2.
Do you know what activated means? If not, just press F1 and you'll hear exactly what window-wise will or will not say when this option is selected.
Window - eyes will not speak activated when a new window appears on the screen, period.
Or, if you are in the tree view and you want to read about those items, simply press F1 on that item and the window-wise manual will open up to the section that talks about the node that you are on when you pressed F1. We still have a few more items that make window-wise 7.5 Beta 1 an even more well-rounded, well-worth-it upgrade, including some additional features and a solid collection of bug fixes. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Guess What to learn more about window-wise 7.5 Beta 1 as well as an exciting promotion to help you upgrade from 7.2 to 7.5.